Greetings, brother shaman.
What's up, everybody? Today I want to address the one massive issue that Totemic Enhancement is currently suffering from in the war within, and that is simply that it's based around a totem. If we ignore class fantasy for a second, as I do think the class fantasy around this is awesome, however, actually actively playing with the totem is not awesome. Even with the giant quality of life fix they added to Surging Totem, which is that you get a 6-second relocate for just Surging Totem. So every 6 seconds you can teleport it close to you, which does help tremendously with uptime. But even so, the issue is still there, which is it's not remotely fun babysitting a totem.
Oh, cubby little totem.
You're focusing on your rotation, on trash, boss mechanics, and at the same time you gotta track where your totem is. Has the trash or boss moved away? Will they? Do I need a plan for moving my totem? Oh, here tanks usually don't move, so it should be fine, but the tank did it differently. Crap. And just how big the radius of the totem slap actually is can be very tricky to tell. Now, if we had a nice big pretty circle around it to indicate when mobs are in range, that would be great. I mean, they've knocked it out of the park with all the dungeon and raid visuals to be very well telegraphed. Send some of that to my totem, please.
My totem is visually unappealing.
But even if they changed that, or if we had no cooldown on projecting our totem, it still wouldn't be engaging to play with. I mean, you'd macro it into Stormstrike or Lava Lash, which, mind you, people are already doing, which to me just feels like Blizzard is trying to find band-aid fixes to make this damn totem work, rather than, just changing how the totem works. It does not have to pulsate around the totem, it really doesn't. The only justification for having the damage pulse around the totem is, it looks cooler, totem needs to look cool. Now at the start of alpha, beta for the war within, the totem instead targeted a target or largest clump of targets and blasted in that area. Wanna remember it prioritized flame shock targets rather than just a pulse around the totem. And it worked much better, but they had issues with the targeting system if I remember correctly. But I'd still take that over this any day. Slam down your totem and it can blast within 40 yards of itself, and thus you rarely need to move the totem. Ever. I mean, sure, it's still boring. You pop a totem and forget about it, but it's less boring than having to micromanage it. Or, totem could work like any other totem. It could buff the player. How about when totem does its thing, it instead makes the shaman pulsate out a tremor as long as you're within 40 yards of the totem. That way you'd have way more agency of where the damage goes. It goes where you go, mate. Now, the only issue with that is downtime on bosses would suck even more, but hey, would at least feel a lot better to play. Because at the end of the day, no matter how easy it is to manage the totem, and that you very much are able to play around it, losing minimal uptime on it, it just requires a lot of effort and it's very tedious to do. And if you don't do it, you potentially lose tons of damage. So you suck it up and you babysit the totem. Now, otherwise, I think Totemic is phenomenal in its current state in 11.1 PTR. I am having a blast with it in keys and during raid testing. It's incredibly versatile and very fun. And getting to finally play Totemic with Lava Lash and actually get full benefit of the Totemic tree is way more fun. Spewing out sunderings left and right, raining down Wind Fury procs, and the rotation has a real nice flow to it with big burst windows. I just wish I didn't have to micromanage a damn totem. I mean, swapping from Totemic to Stormbringer feels like you're just removing the brakes. Unshackle yourself. You're so free. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this little Totemic rant. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Annoyed by the totem or not a big deal and I should be quiet? If you have any questions at all, hit me up in the comments or become a patron, Twitch, or YouTube member. Gain access to my Discord, shoutouts and videos, help with anything PvE or enhancement related. Thank you all for watching. I will see you next time.
You're all one step closer to mastering the elements.